Ever notice how Hades always feels fresh? No matter how many times you've escaped the underworld or tried to, you go in expecting repetition, same rooms, same enemies, same goal, but somehow Hades managed to keep you coming back over and over again. Today we're diving into how Supergiant Games designed Hades to be infinitely replayable without relying on infinite content. I'm Rook, and this is RookieDev, where we unpack great game design so you can become a better dev. Let's talk about replayability done right. At first glance, Hades seems simple. 4 biomes, rooms full of enemies, beat the boss, move on. But here's the trick. It's not the layout that keeps changing, it's the experience of each run. Hades uses a modular level design system. Each biome is a collection of handcrafted rooms, but the path you take through them changes every time. Think of it like drawing cards from a deck. Every room is pre-designed, but the order, the rewards, and even the enemies inside are remixed on the fly. Now combine that with randomly offered boons, varied weapon loadouts, and escalating difficulty from the Pact of Punishment, and you get a structure where context changes everything. A room with traps and 2 witches might be trivial when you have the Shield of Chaos and Athena's Deflect, but terrifying when you've got the Twin Fists and no ranged options. So Hades isn't just reshuffling rooms, it's reshuffling your entire strategic mindset. Replayability thrives on meaningful decisions, and Hades packs them into every corner. At almost every door, you make a choice. Do I want a boon or a Daedalus hammer? Do I risk a chaos gate? Do I trade some health for a rare reward? These aren't random upgrades. They're strategic forks in your build path. Supergiant didn't just create levels, they created decision engines. And it's not just about what you pick, it's about what you leave behind. You're constantly adapting to the resources the game gives you, which means no 2 builds are the same, and no room plays out the same way twice. That's the secret sauce. When the same content feels different because you're different every time you enter it. What's amazing is how Hades achieves this variety without a bloated content pool. Take the room designs, each one serves a specific gameplay purpose. Some test your dodging, others force you into tight corners. Some introduce trap mechanics or wave-based enemies. Now imagine combining that room with a different enemy spawn set, or giving the player a completely different build, or changing the reward and forcing them to weigh risk versus reward. Suddenly that one room has dozens of different experiential permutations. This isn't content quantity, it's content density. Supergiant got more replayability out of 20 rooms per biome than other games get from hundreds, because they designed their levels like instruments, not just backgrounds. There's also a rhythm to every run. Tough combat rooms are broken up with fountains, shops, story moments, and mini-bosses. These aren't just breaks, they're pacing tools. They shift the emotional tempo, give you a breather or a scare, and keep the run feeling dynamic. Then there are the surprises. Chaos gates, Trial of the Gods, hidden Erebus challenges, fishing spots. None of these are mandatory. They just show up, like little presents for players who stick around. And that unpredictability, that's how Hades stays exciting. You never know when a run is going to hand you the perfect combo or kick your teeth in. That tension is what keeps you pressing try again. Replayability isn't just about what happens in the run, it's about why you want to run again. And this is where Hades nails meta progression. You're not just unlocking damage buffs, you're uncovering stories, learning character backstories, evolving relationships, decorating the house of Hades, improving your mirror loadout, and experimenting with new heat levels. This isn't grind for grind's sake. It's narrative, incentive, and mechanical curiosity. Hades makes failure feel like progress. And when every run feels rewarding, even in death, you've cracked the code on replayability. So if you're designing a game with repeatable content, don't just think about randomness. Think about varied contexts, player-driven decisions, and emergent moments. That's how Hades made every run feel fresh, by building systems that adapt to the player. Thanks for watching RookieDev. I'm Rook, and if this video helped spark an idea, hit like and drop a comment. I'd love to hear what systems you're building for replayability. And remember, great games aren't just played, they're replayed.
A very tragic end.